Welcome back to another exciting episode of my channel, where history meets value and every coin tells a fascinating story. We explore the top 10 Kennedy half-dollar coins whose value, history, and design make them true stars of any collection. Let's begin with the dazzling 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar coin with a D mint mark in excellent condition. The 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar, minted in Denver, is one of the most recognizable and celebrated coins in the history of U.S. currency. This special edition coin was released to honor the bicentennial of the United States, the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. As such, it holds more than just monetary worth. It represents centuries of American perseverance, struggle, and triumph. Introduced during a time of intense national pride and reflection, this coin captures a pivotal moment in the country's timeline. It was authorized by Congress in 1973 as part of a broader initiative to celebrate the bicentennial with redesigned quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins. The Kennedy half dollar, named for the beloved 35th President John F. Kennedy, gained a unique reverse design that deviated from the traditional presidential seal. On the obverse, we find the enduring profile of John F. Kennedy, originally designed by Gilroy Roberts. His image stands as a tribute, not only to a fallen president, but to a symbol of hope and renewal following the tragic events of November 22, 1963. The details on Kennedy's bust in this excellent condition piece are sharp and dignified, with crisp lines accentuating his hair, cheekbones, and neckline. The mint mark D, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint, sits just below Kennedy's neckline, above the date. But the reverse of this bicentennial issue is what truly sets it apart. Designed by Seth G. Huntington, the reverse features a striking image of Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the very place where the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. The inscription to 100 Years of Freedom encircles the hall, reminding viewers of the coin's commemorative purpose. Above the building are the words United States of America, and below, the denomination half dollar. One particularly charming detail is the inclusion of the dual date, 1776 to 1976, on the obverse, something rarely seen in circulating U.S. coinage. The Denver Mint struck approximately 287 million of these bicentennial Kennedy half dollars for circulation, meaning they're not rare in terms of quantity. However, what makes a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar in excellent condition stand out is its preservation. Most circulated coins show noticeable wear, dulling the sharp reliefs and reducing their collectible value. An excellent condition piece, however, retains its original mint luster, sharp details in both obverse and reverse imagery, and little to no contact marks, making it especially attractive to collectors. Market value for this coin varies depending on grade and eye appeal. Circulated pieces typically fetch around $2 to $3, but in excellent, uncirculated condition, especially with a strong strike and vibrant luster, it can be valued between $10 to $50 or more. Certified mint state examples graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC can easily command higher premiums, sometimes exceeding $100, particularly if they exhibit exceptional quality or are part of a match set with the quarter and dollar from the bicentennial series. Error varieties are rare, but highly sought after. One known error is the double die obverse, where certain details like Kennedy's profile or the date appear double due to misalignment during the striking process. Another interesting anomaly is the occasional off-center strike or planchette flaw. These are very limited and command higher prices among error collectors. Collector interest in the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar remains high for several reasons. Firstly, the coin is part of a landmark celebration in American history, giving it permanent commemorative appeal. Secondly, it bridges the gap between circulation and collectability, offering everyday Americans a chance to own a piece of history. Lastly, its design deviation makes it instantly recognizable, creating an enduring sense of uniqueness. Numismatists particularly enjoy assembling full bicentennial sets, and a well-preserved Denver minted half dollar is a cornerstone of such collections. Add in the emotional resonance of JFK's legacy, and it's easy to see why this coin continues to captivate collectors across generations. Now let's shift our focus to another intriguing piece in the Kennedy series, the 2001 Kennedy half dollar with a D mint mark in fine condition. While it may not commemorate a historic anniversary like its bicentennial counterpart, the 2001D Kennedy half-dollar holds its own with compelling characteristics and a backstory that adds depth to its value. The 2001 Kennedy half-dollar emerged during a time when the series was experiencing a significant transition. By 2001, the U.S. Mint had largely stopped distributing Kennedy half-dollars for general circulation due to declining public use. Instead, these coins were struck primarily for collectors and sold directly through the U.S. Mint in uncirculated sets and rolls. The Denver Mint produced just over 19 million half-dollars that year, a stark contrast to the hundreds of millions struck in earlier decades. This sharp decline in mintage adds a layer of scarcity that enhances the desirability of the 2001D Kennedy half-dollar. The obverse again features the iconic image of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, showing his left-facing profile with fine detailing. In fine condition, the coin still retains visible features such as the contours of his face, hair texture, and inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust. The date 2001 appears at the bottom, and the D mint mark is neatly positioned above it. While some wear is expected in fine condition, particularly on the high points of Kennedy's cheekbone and jawline, these coins often retain enough definition to be attractive and collectible. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, showcases the presidential seal, an eagle with outstretched wings holding an olive branch and arrows in its talons. Inscriptions read United States of America and half-dollar, despite some flattening of intricate details in fine condition, such as the feathers and shield lines. The overall image remains striking and well-balanced. What sets the 2001D apart from other post-2000 issues is its status as one of the last widely accessible Kennedy half-dollars before the series became essentially collector-only. Due to its low mintage and limited distribution, the 2001D has seen increasing interest in the collector community. While not traditionally considered rare, its relatively short supply has created upward pressure on prices. In fine condition, these coins typically range from $1.50 to $3 in market value, but they can command higher premiums in uncirculated grades. Collectors hunting for high-grade examples often seek mint sets or original rolls, where coins are well-preserved and uncirculated. MS-65 and above examples, particularly those certified by third-party grading services, can sell for $30 or more depending on eye appeal. As for errors, the 2001D has a few interesting varieties worth noting. Some error enthusiasts report minor die cracks or cuds raised, unstruck areas where part of the die broke off during production. These errors aren't widespread, but are always popular among specialized collectors. More dramatic minting flaws, such as off-center strikes or misaligned dies, are exceptionally rare but highly desirable when verified. Collector interest in the 2001D Kennedy half-dollar is steadily increasing, driven by its transitional status and low mintage. It's a snapshot of a moment when the Kennedy series was moving from mainstream circulation into the more niche realm of collector issues. Many numismatists see this coin as a symbol of the end of an era, capturing the last echoes of a once common coin, slowly becoming a novelty. The 2001D has become a must-have for Kennedy half-dollar enthusiasts aiming to complete full-year sets or illustrate the evolution of the series from the 1960s through the early 2000s. Both the 1776 to 1976 and 2001D Kennedy half-dollars hold unique places in the hearts of collectors, representing two very different yet equally compelling chapters in American numismatics. One celebrates a nation's 200th birthday with grandeur and historical reverence. The other marks a quiet turning point, reflecting the coin's shift from public pocket change to collector's shelf. Whether you're building a set, investing for the future, or simply appreciating the artistry and symbolism behind each coin, these Kennedy half-dollars prove that value lies not just in rarity or metal, but in meaning. Thanks for watching Coins Numismatic Series, where every coin has a story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth looks at the coins you love.